friends, coming to you today with another inexpensive fall decor idea. This is an original idea as far as I know, and I hope it turns out cute. I was at the Dollar Tree and I saw these styrofoam pumpkins and I thought about making a couple pumpkin topiaries. Now a topiary is usually in some kind of container, a clay pot, the buckets, and I came across these 2-pack of the popcorn containers and I thought, you know, I love the shape of these, I love the height of them, and it just may give it a little different look. And also at Walmart, I picked up the largest dowel rod they had in the craft department. It was less than $1 for something like that. The pumpkins are going to be attached to the dowel rod, so I'm going to need some kind of styrofoam to put in my container. I just happen to have this that was a thrifted find for 99 cents. It was cheaper than buying it at Walmart. But any scrap piece of styrofoam or something you have to secure your dowel rod in your container will work. So there's a little bit of prep involved because once I get everything prepped, it's just 5 minutes assembling it together. So the first thing I need to do is spray paint my containers. But since I'm going with the kind of the farmhouse theme, I want mine to kind of look like galvanized containers. So I just have some in my stash, the silver spray paint. So I'm going to spray those really good and hopefully it will cover up that stripe, popcorn stripe. If not, I'll have to figure out something else. But that's my plan for those. As far as my wood dowel rod, I could paint it brown, but I think just since I have some of this walnut stain, I'm just going to take a paper towel and rub some stain on this just to give it a brown look. And for my pumpkins, I don't want to keep these for fluorescent orange. I'm going to just take some white apple barrel paint them white, and then they sell this at Walmart, the Waverly Antiquing Glaze, and I'm just going to rub it on the top. So if you're an avid crafter, these directions are simple enough that you don't necessarily have to watch me paint the pumpkins white and rub this stuff on there. That's all I'm doing to that. So when I come back to you, I'll have my 3 parts prepped, and then I'll show you how I'm going to assemble everything together. I have my first coat of white paint on my pumpkins. I'm going to let that dry and try to do 1 or 2 more coats to make sure all the orange is covered up before I rub the antique wax on top. Yeah, I wanted to show y'all my popcorn container, and that's all I did was took actually a piece of paper towel and rubbed that antique glaze wax over the silver paint, and it just really gave it an aged metal look. Love it. To show you my styrofoam that I put in my containers, and I just put a little piece of paper towel, wedged it in there to secure my styrofoam. I got my dowel rod stained and cut, and I want you to know that the distance from the bottom all the way up to the top is 14 inches. You know, when you're making topiaries, you need to make sure that the top of whatever your arrangement or whatever it is and your container are proportioned. You don't want, you know, your pumpkin or your arrangement to be on this long, tall stick. Make sure that once you stand back and you get your pumpkin up there, that it's not too tall. So next thing I'm going to do is take this cloth and some of that antique wax and try to antique these pumpkins just a little bit so they won't be so solid white. Pumpkins here, I got the antique wax rubbed on there, and when I say a dab will do ya, I seriously mean it. I mean, these 2 little dabs of brown antique is what did all this. I mean, the good thing is if your pumpkins get too dirty or too brown looking, you can always go back with the white and just alternate white and brown until you get aged look that you want. There's no right or wrong way. Some people want the dark in the cracks. I mean, it doesn't matter to me because this is the look I was going for. You know, just play around and get it the look you want. Now what I'm going to do is these little stems here, I'm going to put a little hot glue on them and I'm going to wrap them. Stems covered in jute twine, simple enough. Let me show you how I'm going to finish out my pumpkins. I hot glued just 3 leaves on the top, and if you're wondering about these leaves, these are from Dollar General. I got about a week or so ago, and they are the prettiest faux leaves with the veins and everything. They look so real, and you get like 55 for $1, all different shapes and different colors. Just the prettiest leaves I have found in a long time. Now a lot of times pumpkins will have those little curlicue, you know, vines, and I picked this up at Walmart in the floral department for 77 cents. You get all these green floral wire. I'm just going to take a piece and cut and wrap around a pencil and make some little curlicues and stick around there just to kind of give it a little more pumpkin look. And then since my pumpkins are so extremely light, I think I'm just going to hot glue these pumpkins on my stick here. And I think it's light enough where I think that's all it's going to need. It's just to get a good dollop of hot glue. I'm gonna tie a bow right here and put some moss in here, and then I'll show you my finished pumpkin topiaries. Friends, we are here in my bathroom, and this is where I think one of my topiaries is going to be. I love it right here. I did have a real tall birdhouse for the spring and summer, and this is just the perfect spot for this topiary. It just needs a little tall something right there, but I'm moving a little closer and let you see. I love how it turned out. The ribbon was just some cloth fabric I had and some lacy ribbon. I just tied 2 bows on there and just played around with it, you know, till I got it like I wanted it. And I was going to put, maybe embellish the little container some, but I'm really loving the look of that. It just really has a galvanized look. Just perfect for this spot in my bathroom, right here on my sink vanity. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you might take this idea and make it your own and put a little touch of fall throughout your house. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.